Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chandis and welcome back to the Art Survival video. And today we will actually do a little bit of a review as well, doing or using the cursed coin. And I will actually do a trade that involves steel. There is actually a trade in which you can trade steel into weapon boxes, and today also we will actually trade that and also open the weapon boxes and see what we can get in this trade pretty much, or in this box, and how I feel about this particular trade, because I feel like this trade is actually, it's some kind of like trap trade, which I will explain later on why I call this like a trap trade. Because yeah, it's basically a trap. It's like, when what is it like, when you're like blinded or baited by this kind of offer, and you thought that you need to trade lots of it, and apparently you don't need to, because I've seen many people trade this as well, and it's kind of not worth it, and I will explain later on as well. But for now, let's actually do that. To activate the trade or search for the specific trade, you need to be in the radioactive forest. And oh, apparently there is so many people here. Okay, apparently I'm not the only one here. And yeah, so yeah, you have this cursed coin if you have it from the Halloween event. Well, I hope most of you have it. If you don't have it, then yeah, I'm kind of sorry for you, because there are actually some great trades that you can do using this coin. So yeah, let's just use this. And as you can see over here, in the radioactive forest, there is this ghost trader that will offer steel for weapon box over here. 5 steel for 1 weapon box. Now let's just trade this 5,000 into 1,000 weapon box. Yeah, like this one. Okay, and just like that, I lost 5,000 still, and I still, have this weapon box. I did have 5k here, or 5,000, but I also have 1,000 pinned in my inventory, so like that's why it's only 4,000. So yeah, pretty much. The other 1,000 is reduced from my inventory. Yeah. Now we have this 1,000 box. This is weapon box quantity 1,000. Weight of all items is 10 tons. So if you carry this, it will pretty much consume, yeah, like if you wear or if you use crash, that is pretty much 25% of your inventory, and that's pretty much it. Let's just open. Now there is actually an update. There was actually an update during the Halloween event, in which you can actually now you can we can open this multiple and do not have to tap one by one. um, yeah, that was actually a quite what is it like a quality of life improvement, so there is that. Okay, now we're done with the cursed coin, and now we will just open this and see what we got. There's supposed to be like some like things that we can get. Oh, it's actually harvest season. Oh, interesting. Crop yield from the greenhouse plus 50%. I actually still do greenhouse, just for the stuff that I need for cooking, like for instance vegetable, potato. Sometimes I also like harvest apple and corn as well, and stuff like that pretty much. So yeah. While we're waiting here, it actually took about a day and 17 hours just to open 1,000, I think. Was it? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I think it's about a minute and a half, or even 2 minutes real life. So it takes a moment pretty much just to do that. Also, by the way, the servers lately has been acting up like this, like it searches for connection, and authorization as well. Don't know why. It feels like something's not stable there with the server, but like it is what it is. It's fine pretty much. Okay, almost there still, and yeah, that actually took about 2 days pretty much. And yeah, I only have 5 days left for that, but it's fine. Oh, still crowbar. That's interesting because, okay, that's actually interesting because you saw that, right? Steel crowbar, broken. Uh, don't know why that happened. Actually, let's do that again. Let's exchange another, one, just one, just to see if I'm not, if I saw it wrong or not. So there is it. To open this, you need toolkit, but for some reason, it used my crowbar. Yeah, this one. Yeah, yeah, see? I have these 50 steel tools pinned, but why did it use my steel crowbar? So, is this like some kind of bug or something? I think so. It took about three or two crowbar. That is about, what is it? One of these, 300. Okay, so that's 600 and 400. So, that was like, 600 plus 100, so that's about 700. That's uh oh no, that's actually three crowbar plus this. Okay, so that was 900 plus 100, I think. Yeah, even it's not 100 as well, it's like 96. So don't know what happened there. It's a little bit weird because I needed 1,000 uses, but as you can see, this one I only used up 96 plus 900, so that was like 996. Yeah, not sure what happened there, but alright, I'm just gonna let that slide. Um, I'm just gonna let that slide. Yeah, this one. Anyway, so that was 1,001 apparently. Okay, so let's see what we got from those 1,000 weapon boxes. First, we have 200 F1 grenade. So that was like 200 out of 1,000. So that's about 20% chance that you will get grenade, I guess. And then there is this 2,500. So that's about 2.5 pistol ammo per box. Interesting. And then this is 1.6. Yeah, 1.6 uh, assault rifle ammo, pretty much, from the box. 1.6 for every box. And then for rifle ammo, you got two, what is it, two rifle ammo per box, which is interesting. And then you got yourself TT33, damaged the weapon, broken weapon. Yeah, this is pretty much all these sorts of broken weapon. So from the most, we have this AK-74, also RPK-74 as well. So these two we got the most. Oh no, actually this one is the most, the AKS-74U, um, which is 250. Yeah, kind of the same with this one, right? So yeah, that's pretty much 250 out of 1,000. That is about, what is it? Oh my god, my, my math, I'm sorry. 1,025%. Okay, so 25% chance you will get each of these. Well, not each, but more like one of these. 25% chance for this. That is, I guess, okay. So the most will be the assault rifle weapon, pretty much, which is interesting. Because this is pistol over here, the PPS, PPSH, TT. This is all pistol ammo or pistol weapon, and then there's this AKS, AK 74, and then there's RPK as well, which is, all the assault rifle weapon, and then there's this sniper, the Mosin, SVT, SVD. These are like um, the sniper or the, yeah, the rifle, and then there's this DP and PKM, which is the machine gun weapons, which is interesting. So 25% for this, and then there's this 20% for the pistol, and then there's this 17%, which is odd number, or 15% in this case for SVD, for the sniper, pretty much. And then there's this 17% for the machine gun, which is TP and the PKM, pretty much. And then after that, we have this firewood 2000, which is interesting because, yeah, it is a weapon box and it is like wooden box as well. So when you disassemble those, you get the, some of the firewood back, which is always nice. It's like the recycle, pretty much, like recycling, which is always great. So out of 1,000, you got 2,000, so that's about 2 point, no, two wood for every box, which is interesting. And then there is nail. We got 1,001, so that's exactly one every one. So there's that. And there is scrap. I didn't know where the scrap came from. Was it from? Yeah, I actually didn't know where the scrap came from. Honestly, uh, was it because of my tool, or the steel crowbar broke, or was it just randomly from the box? If so, that's actually very odd. Meaning that this is the what is it, the most rare drop, which is scrap. So there is 9 out of 1,000, which is barely 1% chance to drop the scrap, which is interesting. I will check whether or not we can get scrap out of those. I feel like this is just from something else, but I'm not sure. So yeah, there's that. um Anyway, there's that. That's the trade. You get the rifle ammo, meaning that for 5 steel you get two, meaning that one rifle ammo is about two. No, that's about what is it, 5 for 2, so that's 1 for 2.5. So one rifle ammo will cost you 2.5 still. But also there's other stuff over here as well, so yeah. So for 5,000 steel, you got yourself these, all of this stuff over here. Now, is it worth it or not? That's the main question. Is it worth it or not to do a lot of these trades? Me personally, I don't think so. Unfortunately, I felt like this is useful to an extent. But if you do this, like literally overdo this, like you trade, let's say 500,000 just for 100,000 weapon bucks, is it actually worth it? I feel like if you do few, it is worth it. But once you overdo it, like more than 100,000 still, I feel like it, kind of diminished in the value as well. Because as you can see, you just got the broken weapon. Well, yes, you got the broken weapon, which is great. You got these screws, weapon parts, springs, and stuff like that. Let's just disassemble all of this actually, and see how much we can get. The screws, the springs, and the weapon parts, and see, how much we can get. Pretty much like, is it worth it or not? But for me though, it is worth it. However, only to an extent. Like if you, like literally, if you waste all your steel into this, then it doesn't really make it worth it, I would say. In fact, you're probably losing a lot, because at the time I'm recording this, there's already so many people that are there's so many people that are using this trade, and then they have a lot of screws, springs, and weapon parts, and they devaluate those items, and they sell these items a little bit too cheaply, I would say, because I felt like these items should have more worth in it. But people just, because they traded a lot of those still in the weapon box, and now they have problem pretty much, which is having all these weapon parts, too many of them, too many springs, too many screws, and yeah, it's bad for them pretty much, because well, if you haven't noticed, or if you don't know already, the currency that the players using is still, meaning that having this cursed coin over here, it will just deplete the amount of steel from the server or from the game in general. So like meaning that steel becomes a little bit more worthy, just because people have wasted all those steel into the cursed coin trade, which is the steel to the weapon box, and now they are filled with all these items over here. And yeah, it's not that great, I would say. Anything that you overdo or overdid, it's bad. But if you need some, like you need springs, you need screws, you need weapon parts, yes, it will be great for you, especially when you're a hunter like me. that just consistently hunt animals, you will need to repair your weapons quite frequently. And to repair those weapons, you will pretty much need the items that the broken weapons have, like for instance this one, the spare weapon parts. And then if you use the SVT, yes, you will need springs, just like so. You will need this as well. And then if you use other weapons as well, where is it? No, yeah, this one, like armor piercer, you need springs. And then what else? Yeah, I guess there is just that. But still, that's like it seems like you don't really need a lot of this item over here. So, it's like I would say it's like a trap. That's why I call it a trap because I feel like people got blinded just solely because of the fact that there is this weapon box for steel. They have steel, they have some steel, they have a lot of steel, and they just wasted all the steel into these weapon boxes. And then what they get this kind of stuff. The ammo, and then they have this a lot of pistol ammo and assault rifle ammo, but they don't know what they they don't know what to do with those because they don't really use assault rifle, they don't really use pistol anymore. If anything, everyone's just using SVT and PKM, and Saipuha as well. So yeah, there's that pretty much. So probably out of this, the one that's worth it is probably the spring weapon parts, also the rifle ammo, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, anything else over here, it's kind of not worth it. Like this ammo over here, this wood, you can always chop yourself, and yeah, even that, the one that's worth it, which is spring and spare weapon parts, like as you can see over here, I only disassembled some of this weapon and I already got a lot of spring and spare weapon parts. So it's already, I already got a lot of this, so I felt like it's not really worth it if you do it a lot. If you do if you overtrade this. And yeah, I guess it's a little bit of PSA as well. The trade is great, don't get me wrong, the trade is great, but I feel like it is like a trap trade in which people will overdo this, and they end up with having lots of this stuff over here that they don't really need, and they end up having to resell this stuff for steel, the steel that they need to use for trade over here. So don't make yourself difficult, do not overdo this. Only overdo this if you have lots of steel, like I said in the previous one as well when I'm showcasing the cursed coin. I feel like you only need to trade, leave like about 30% or 50% of your stock or resource to trade in this cursed coin pretty much. So if you have, let's say, if you have 10,000 steel, then limit yourself to 5,000 and have 5,000 steel in reserve, and that's pretty much it. Because this is not the main item. There's other stuff as well that is useful for trade. Like for instance, you will need rubber, you need to buy rubber, you need to buy, I don't know, you probably need to buy animals carcasses from other people. So you will need those steel for those trade for other players. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless you are very rich, I guess, do not overdo this because yeah, do not trap yourself into having this and losing all your steel. Also, I kind of want to show you how to make steel nowadays. This is how you get your steel, by the way, if you haven't noticed already. You need 5 iron, 1 aluminum, 20 lead, and 5 coal for 1 steel. And also you need smelter and bellows as well. And to get the iron, you will need this, you will need scrap and coal. You will also need smelter as well, meaning that that's multiple layer of coal already. And then this aluminum, you need this from disassembling vehicle part. Yes, there's actually a trade that can give you auto spare parts that you can disassemble. Not disassemble, actually, you need to smelt it as well, meaning that you will need coal as well, just to disassemble aluminum from the auto spare parts. And then there's this lead, which is kind of rare as well. There is no trade to get the lead, except for the NPC that you can get from Tiver and Leaning Rat. They all both sell 10,000, only 10,000 lead per refresh, so that's like 20,000, which is a lot, but 20,000 divided by 20, that's only 1,000. So you can only get 1,000 steel at a time. And then there's also this coal as well. So this iron, this aluminum, this coal, well, obviously this coal, all of those require coal. And how do you get coal? Well, you do this. Yeah, you just do this pretty much. You use this 1,000 for 900, I guess 1,000 for 1,000 coal. I don't know why it's not 1,000 here. Maybe there's a bug. Maybe there's something that I'm missing here. Oh yeah, I think it's my energy probably. I'm not sure actually. Let's do this again. No, still 998. That's interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe it's the fire. Okay, yeah, because I have no fire here. Let's actually craft a fire and see if it does affect or not. I think it will actually. So yeah, let's go back. Where is it? Not that. Not you, this one. And yeah, 1,000 just like that. I need the fire. So yeah, it it took a lot of coal. There's also a trade, don't get me wrong again. There is a trade that you can trade lymph into coal, but one lymph, one coal. Still to make steel, yeah, just the meaning you need 5 coal from here. You need 5 lymph from the coal itself. You need some lymph to disassemble the aluminum. You need some lymph to get the iron as well. Actually, a lot of them. 5 from here, and then there is some for the smelter. Also, you need scrap. Also, by the way. So yeah, there is that pretty much. I think that'll be it for this one. This is showcasing about this specific trade. Is it worth it or not? I would say yes, but do not overdo this. When you overdo this, it becomes not worth it because at that point you're just burning your steel for all this, unused stuff. Yes, you get lots of this stuff, but do you really need this? Do people really need this? Will people buy this when they can do it themselves? So, think about it. Ask about this yourself. Is it worth it or not? Be honest with yourself. But yeah, for me anyway, I feel like I'm not gonna trade a lot actually. Like it's probably enough for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna keep my steel because I feel like steel increase the value over time, especially when this trade is introduced, which is this one steel for weapon box. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the Art Spiral video, and yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. I will see you again tomorrow with another The Art Spiral video, but until then, see ya!